This video was sponsored by Enhance, NeoWatt, ABRP, Elbilmek, Kempower and EB Yo, what's up? We're now sitting in the Kia EV5. This is a long-range front-wheel drive, and in this video I'm going to show you how fast it is charging compared to many other Kias. This is only 400-volt architecture, but yeah, if you're sitting in an e-Niro or e-Soul or an EV3, I think you will be a little bit jealous. So yes, we compared it's 81 kilowatt hour versus the EV3 81 kilowatt hour, and it's charging, well, it has this ramp up, but it's charging way faster than the other EV3. And then I also include G6. Why? This is the G6 performance actually. Well, because the EV5 cost 460k NOK, the G6 also costs 460, I think 470k NOK in Norway. And then also include the Model Y standard, which is also 460k NOK. They have the same price, okay, except for EV3. So but the G6 really dominates the whole thing, okay, just to put it in perspective. But okay, let's go back to the EV5 then, to see that you can actually get some nice charging speed. Look at that, 150 kilowatt. This is what goes into the battery. There's a different number you see on the charging screen on the car. That's roughly 3 to 5 kilowatt higher, which is what, yeah, okay, what you get from the charger. But look at this, even at around 40%, you still get almost 150 kilowatt. Huh? Would you like to get this in a Kia e-Niro or e-Soul, or even the PV5 needs this charging curve? Ugh, too bad you can't get it. But okay, now it starts throttling a little bit, but you see the speed doesn't just plummet. Okay, it kind of plummets now-ish at 50%, but I mean, compared to Tesla is charging way slower, the Model Y. The Model Y had a nice jolt in the beginning, but now it's charging way slower. So wait, which car? Okay, G6 leads, all right, nothing there. And then Model Y has a second place. Well, dude, G6 already hit 80%. It's about to hit 90%. Okay, whatever. Expecting they just kick ass for the Lord, but Model Y is still on a good second place, but maybe the EV5 will inch on it because it's charging way faster. So look at that, EV5 has this nice curve, fairly flat curve compared to well, at least Tesla. But then what about the EV3? Okay, EV3 has this other curve. We're going to see the charging curves afterwards. But well, can the EV5 hit 80% before Model Y? We'll see. The battle against G6 is impossible to beat anyway. G6 is going to go for the victory run 100%. But yes, it's charging way faster. But now you see that the EV3 has this flat curve. So you can go 120-ish, quite flat. Wow, so that's still fairly good. But Model Y is still ahead, kind of. But EV5 is slowly inching towards it. But it has a bigger battery, yes, so you bear that in mind. But way, when it comes to range, the Model Y standard has roughly the same range as the EV5. EV5 is not very efficient. It has drag coefficient of 0.29. G6 is about to hit 100%, and then Model Y will hit 80% there before the EV5, but EV5 right behind it. And then now, what about EV3? Okay, EV5 has a better, at least higher speed now at higher state of charge versus the EV3. So this is still wonderful, that charging curve on the EV5, you know, versus EV3. So I wonder what is different here. The voltage is slightly lower on the EV3 versus the EV5, but other than that, okay, there we hit 80% eventually, and then G6 is just flexing it 100%. Yeah, and now we're waiting for the EV3 to hit 80%. So I'm not sure how far we want to watch this, but okay, I'll wait until the EV5 hit 90%. That's what I recorded to. So yes, maybe at least the EV5 will be able to hit 90% before Model Y. No, it's not possible. Yeah, Model Y goes for a smaller battery. It's also LFP. Yeah, G6 and Model Y, they have LFP. The other ones, they are NMC or some variant with cobalt. Okay, maybe not the fastest. Model Y actually did a good second place. It was mainly because the 107 kilowatt jolt in the beginning helped it big time in the Model Y. Plus the Model Y get away with smaller battery, so you need less kilowatt hour because you have so efficient car. But okay, whatever, back to the EV5, just want to see it hit 90%. So okay, now towards the end it goes kind of slow, but I think it's still kind of faster than the EV3, right? If you guys are comparing and you can see, yeah, I mean, why did I make this video? Because you might want, for some reason, you want a Kia, right? You want the Korean cars because of all the buttons and the small screen. So then you're considering maybe EV3 versus EV5. So EV5 is not only bigger, more spacious, better comfort, but also charges faster. Yeah. And yeah, okay, when you look at the charging curve here, so the G6 kind of crushes everything down. So maybe maybe we have to do this and then data range and then. So the Model 3 standard has higher peak power in the beginning, fairly flat in the beginning. That little jolt in the beginning, plus that it has smaller battery, actually helps big time. Even though the charging curve doesn't look that nice compared to the other ones here, right? But remember that efficiency trumps everything. Yes, trump. But look here, EV5, this is what I'm going to show you. EV5 can hit kind of 150 kilowatt fairly flat and still maintains it, whereas the EV3 has a lower speed, but then kind of has a flatter curve. But you would think that the EV3 will have a good time. Well, no. This initial boost here, especially this boost here for Tesla, helps big time in practical use in 1,000 kilometer challenge. But that's what I measure the EV5 here. Even though it is boxy and kind of thirsty, this nice jolt in the beginning allowed me to charge to around 50, well actually it charges 60% because it matches all the charging stops I wanted. Yeah, the car is kind of thirsty. But I charged 60% roughly in 20 minutes and I was able to finish the 1,000 kilometer challenge fairly quick. So, I mean, this is great. Yes, it's great. So, I mean, it's only the 400 volt architecture, but it's actually 450 volt at the highest level charge. So, you know, sometimes I wonder, the Koreans, Hyundai, Kia, are they purposely nerfing the 400 volt cars like e-Niro, or it's called Niro EV now, and Soul, right? Soul EV or so, and even the EV3, right? Or the PV5. But the PV5 has a 71 kilowatt hour battery. But I wonder, are these Koreans nerfing these 400 volt batteries so that they want to encourage people to buy the more expensive 800 volt architecture? Because we can see that 400 volt modern battery tech with maybe improved chemistry or somewhat there, right, can actually charge fast. You know, this is like e-tron like battery tech or charging speeds, right? So yeah, I don't know, but I hope that the Kia will use the same battery, the EV5 battery in EV3, EV4 also, and maybe the other cars, so we can get better speed. Because I remember when the when the new Niro came out a couple of years ago when I tested it, I was like, ooh, a new version, yes. I was like, it still charges at, okay, slightly faster, 84 kilowatt. Like, huh? And it was a new Kona, same day, like, huh, 84 kilowatt. Huh? Like, the rest of the industry, Tesla's been charging at 250 for a while, right? And then the MB platform charges at 175, 185 kilowatt. And then the Koreans, at least the 400 volt cars, are charging at only 85 kilowatt. So people start believing that, oh, but the 800 volt charger is much faster. Well, here it's still pretty fast, if you exclude Xpeng G6 Performer, which is the all-wheel drive. So anyway, that's gonna be for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching and talk to you later.